Hi all and welcome to another video with me, Gav. This is going to be just a quick reveal video for my entry to the currently running and almost finished ISM Cold War era group build. I haven't been doing so many updates on this because I had a bit of trouble lately just with videos on YouTube and etc, and I kind of just ended up forgetting to film stuff and whatnot, and was just cracking on with the builds. And so there's been a full progress log online on ISM, the link to which will be in the description below, so you can see some stills of this as well. In fact, I'll add some stills to the end of this video as well, just so you don't have to just see me wobbling around. And yeah, so here's my entry. This is three kits if you want to be technical about it. This is one of my girlfriend's hairs, managed to get on there. So what we have in the bottom right hand corner is the Airfix 176 Bedford Tactical Air Refueler. It's basically a refueling truck which was designed to go out into the field and refuel Army Air Corps helicopters and Harriers in particular as well, because they were often deployed in field ops. And then what we have here on the right hand side is the New Tool Airfix Harrier GR1, and on the left the Airfix GR3. Now the actual setting is a little bit unbelievable because the two squadrons depicted by the aircraft, as far as I know, weren't deployed in Germany at the same time, and GR3s were much more combat capable than GR1s, and actually saw combat, whereas the GR1s never did. And so the actual setting of having two of these aircraft together is maybe a little bit unbelievable, but I quite like it, and I wasn't going for any kind of historical representation of a particular event. So what they do represent, however, in terms of their squadron markings, are squadrons that utilise Harriers in Germany during the Cold War. For those who don't know, Harriers were often deployed as part of what was known as the Harrier Force, out into the woods and various areas of Germany, and the idea being that because they could take off from clearings and woodland, they could land on fields, they could drive down, they could taxi down relatively narrow forest roads, they could take off and on from public roads, and etc. The idea being that if Russia were to invade, the first thing it was assumed that they would do would be to take out all the fixed air bases and take out all the runways, rendering a lot of conventional aircraft unusable. So the Harriers were a line of defence that was hoped would last a bit longer than conventional aircraft, because they could be hidden in the woods effectively. So often they were hidden under camo nets and things, and that was my original intention, was to have some woodland, some trees on here to represent a bit of woodland, and have one of the Harriers in a hide under a camo net. But I just kind of ran out of time, so I've just gone with a simple kind of grassy field kind of area look, which is similar to if I'd managed to get a camo net down on there, it would have been much better, because it would have represented much better a picture I did actually see online, which was basically just a Harrier taxiing into hide in the middle of a field. So anyway, let's take you through, try and get some decent light. As I said, here we have the tactical air refueler, painted with, it's a little bit dusty, been sitting on the shelves, not humble, Vallejo paints. The wing mirrors were scratch built by myself with some wire and plasticard. The weathering, which is basically just some light kind of dusting and etc. around the tyres, was done with the Ultimate Modelling Products washes. And the GR1 here at the back, again painted with Vallejo, with Edward coloured brass removed before flight tags. The nose one's quite clever because they basically had a little red sleeve that would go over the pitot tube with an RBF tag hanging from it, and I actually broke off the pitot tube from here and lost it and never got around to replacing it, so just a little bit of I think it's actually a bit of wire with like electrical wire, which is the right thickness, serves as a pitot tube cover and hides the fact that there is actually no pitot tube. So there's some static grass stuck to the fella there. Armed with rocket pods and drop tanks. Canopy open. It's got a Bren gun photo edge boarding ladder on it. And pilots having a chat. Sorry, this is all a bit shaky. Tried some kind of oil filtering to give the plane a bit of a weathered look. Not sure how successful it really is. If we look underneath, you can see the pre-shading and the Ultimate Modelling Products wash, which worked out really well. So I'm really pleased with the pre-shading on these. The bottoms turned out really well. And the other little crewman there, little ground crewman there. These are 1/72 scale. The flesh painted with the life color flesh set. And the GR3 painted in the same manner, so the planes look pretty much identical, bar the fact that in terms of their painting, they're not actually stuck to the board. Oh yeah, I've forgotten to put the speed brake on here, the air brake on here. I'll have to do that. This one's got a camera pod on it and sidewinders. Excuse the stuff stuck to the base was still a little bit wet when I placed them on it. I've placed them on it because they might not stay on this base, and I might adapt the base at some point anyway, so they're not glued down just for now. The figures kind of are because they won't stand otherwise. And the little figure directing him. You won't be able to see it, I don't think, but these guys do actually have eyes painted on them, and this guy does actually have DPM trousers. And you know, that's my finger next to him. They're tiny. So that is my entry to the ISM Cold War group build. And there we go, I'll keep that below 10 minutes. So sorry for the shaky cam work, hope you saw that. I'll put some stills at the end. Thank you very much for watching. Please go and have a look on ISM if you want to see some more. And consider joining the forum if you haven't already. Joining in the group build, a good fun. And so thank you to Lee and Paul for running ISM and hosting the group build, and good luck to everybody, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye now.